Colossalnaut!
You suck.
He is right, though. You're short. Oh. Really?
Hey guys, Ultramaximus back with another toy review, and today we're taking a look at another Marvel figure. It's from the Marvel Infinite series. It's Marvel's Colossus, or the Unstoppable Colossus, or the Colossalnaut. I've seen it referred to a few different ways. So this is in Marvel's 3 3/4 inch scale. I don't buy a lot of these unless they really tickle my fancy, and this figure did ever since I saw it, in pictures. And it's been out for about a year, I think, but I've never seen one out in the wild. I was really excited, and I found this at my local GameStop in the Greenwood Park Mall here in Indiana, and I had to pick it up. Definitely very cool looking, so let's go ahead and take a look at the packaging. So here we have Colossus in package, and he's basically just a repaint of the Juggernaut, which I'm okay with because I like the way this looks. Now, the shock to me was that the figure was only $9.99 in the mall. Usually they're way more expensive, and I think these figures are going for like $12 and some change, but this was also on sale, so it ended up costing me like $7 and some change, so that was really, really cool. I was excited about that. Here he is in package. It says Marvel Infinite Series at the top, which has been lately rebranded to just Marvel Legends, which is weird. And then it says Marvel's Colossus down there. There's nothing on that side, nothing on that side, so just kind of a close-up of the figure. Definitely digging the paint on the offset. Very cool. Here is a look at the back of the package. So definitely pretty cool. We'll get a picture of Colossalnaut right to there. There's a brief little bio, and then the other figures that you can get. So let's pull this up here. If you want to pause and read that, you're more than welcome to. There he is, looking all Colossus, Juggernaut-y, and there are the other figures that you can get in this wave, which is pretty cool. I don't think I've seen any of the figures in this wave. So let's go ahead and get Colossus out of package and see what we think. So here we have Colossus out of package, or Colossalnaut, or whatever you want to call this guy, and I like it for the most part. I really do. I love the paint apps. I think that looks really nice. I wish there was a little bit more. I'll kind of go that here in a second, but overall, definitely a cool looking figure. It reached out to me on the shelf. It reached out in the pictures on the internet, and I'm really glad to have it in the collection. So if you're wondering why Colossus looks like the Juggernaut, you haven't read the comics. He basically gets infused with the power of the Sidorak, the magical gem that makes the Juggernaut, because he's not actually a mutant. But Colossus gets infused with it and becomes the Juggernaut, kind of becomes a bad guy for a while, and then he's a good guy, and he kind of fights it back and forth. And he ends up not having the power. It goes back to the Juggernaut eventually. But this is a very niche character. But it's kind of cool to see it rendered in plastic form. I just kind of wish that we had a larger version. Maybe we'll get a repaint of it with the new Juggernaut Build-A-Figure since that's come out. Maybe they'll do a redeco of that and we'll get it. That'd be pretty cool. Now, as far as articulation goes on this figure, it has a head that can rotate back and forth. Doesn't really look up and down too much because of the helmet. His arms go out about that far. They do twist. There's a twist at the upper bicep. It's a single jointed elbow. And then there is a twist at the upper part of the glove. There is nothing at the actual fist, which is unfortunate. He's got a diaphragm joint here. Doesn't really go back and forth too much. Nothing at the waist. Legs don't really go up and down much at all. And then he's got a twist right here. He has a really nice double jointed knee. There is a twist at the upper boot, and then there is a single joint at the foot itself. And I like how the bottom of the feet have the tread of the boots. I think it's really, really cool looking. Unfortunately, there is no ankle pivot, so you can't really get him into a running, charging mode that I like to put the Juggernaut figures in, but it is what it is. So taking a closer look at the figure itself, again, I love this helmet. I like the shiny, sparkly, metallic red that's on there. The rest of the figure's okay as far as the paint goes. I do like the reddish brown that's on there. The yellow is pretty cool. The silver arms look really neat. They look metallic. I like the line work. I think they did a good job with it. I just wish that we had more of that red metallic instead of the reddish brown on the suit itself. Other than that, I mean, it looks good. I like all the little rivets around the bottom of his helmet. The face up in there looks really, really nice, very angry. The eyes are detailed well, like the little face that's in there. Very cool stuff. So looking at the midsection of figure, again, I love the gauntlets, the red that's on them, the bands, that metallic red looks really cool. The X on the belt is lopsided. Every other reviewer I've seen take a look at him has the same issue, but that's okay, I guess. The belt is loose plastic that just kind of hangs around, but yeah, the detail on those arms, very, very cool. They did a really good job with the line art. I've seen larger 6-inch figures that had way worse paint apps than this little guy does. And then looking at the bottom of the figure, this is where it kind of gets a little disappointing to me because it's all just kind of brown. I love the sculpt, but I think I would have liked at least the upper part of the boot to have that same shiny metallic red. It would have broken up a lot of that just general brown down there. But yeah, I mean, overall, I love the sculpt on it. I think it looks really, really nice, and I'd love to see this version in the 6-inch line scale. For comparison, here we have the unstoppable Colossus next to the Marvel Legends 6-inch series Spider, Carnage, and Venom. And yeah, I mean, he's short. He's half the height of Venom, which is unfortunate. But for some reason, I think this would make a good Puck figure in this scale. I don't know. I really like the sculpt on him. I love the paint, but yeah, he is a tiny one. Now here's the comparison I really want to see. How does this little guy stack up to the only other Juggernaut in my collection? And here he is next to the Marvel Select Juggernaut. And he's pitifully tiny. So tiny, he comes up to just under the belt area of the Select Juggernaut. However, size aside, I think this is a great interpretation of the character. It looks like a miniature version of this guy, which I kind of like. I really kind of want to go back and get the Juggernaut from this line that we got a few years back, that this is obviously repainted from, and compare it next to this guy, kind of put them up on the shelf together. I think it'd look really, really cool. Yeah, I mean, it just looks really, really nice, and it kind of makes me want to go get another one of these and paint it up like the Colossalnaut. So is the Marvel Infinite series Colossus, or Unstoppable Colossus, or Colossalnaut, a figure that you want in your Marvel collection? You know, if you like the really obscure, weird characters from comics, this is definitely something to pick up. I've only seen this one particular figure out in the wild. I've never seen it at Toys R Us. I've never seen it at Target or Walmart or anywhere else. Found it randomly on sale, in fact, at my local mall video game stop. And yeah, I mean, I really like it. I like the look of it. I just wish it was a larger scale figure. And I noticed that in the Infinite series, there are some really cool figures I think would look really neat in the 6-inch scale. Maybe we'll get a repaint of him with that current bath of the Juggernaut. That would be kind of cool. Or I guess, you know, you could make your own. It'd be very, very easy. Well, relatively easy, but it looks good. Overall, I like the figure. Having got it for under $10, definitely worth it. $12, I don't know, unless you like this scale of figure. But he's pretty cool looking, I do have to admit. So there he is, the Colossalnaut from Marvel Infinite series.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you like this video, thumbs it up. If you hate this video, thumbs it down. To watch more Ultra Maximus, click on the links to the right. Don't forget to subscribe and share. And as always, look for more videos in the future.